to the following presentation of the National Football League.
That's my heart.
Philadelphia, it's time to fly! Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles!
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good rundown. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate plays.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 15 on that game. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play fake. Prescott. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Josh Campbell for a loss of 6.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Prescott. Here's a screen now for Sanders. Room to maneuver at the 35. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys 7, Eagles nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll work forward for a couple. DeMarion Overshown there on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Miles Sanders. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll keep it on the ground with Sanders. And he'll get forward for a couple. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Shotgun snap for Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Eagles, Avery Williams. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that ball led him too far, maybe too wide, out of bounds, incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
The middle with Barkley. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
on the handoff. This is Barkley. And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On second down, Hurts. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. Third down coming up.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see, guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
Reed Blankenship on the tackle. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4. It's another run here for Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Cowboys.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
That's complete to Cavante Turpin. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Cowboys are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Sanders trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Dak going to push this one forward. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Can the defense do it again from the 1? 3rd down now and go. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. So he finds the space and breaks the plane for the touchdown. Greg, there are certain quarterbacks who just have a knack for that old school play.
That play call sheet gets a lot easier, Mike, when you have not only a quarterback, like you mentioned, who has a nose for the end zone, but an offensive line that can continue to get such a consistent push. You put those 2 things together, I think he should call it every single time he finds himself on the goal line.
Cowboys 14, Eagles 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Fake the give, now it's Hurts. He takes off. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Gonna fire this one out to Smith. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He's free. They're gonna stop him for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On 2nd down, Barkley. Oh! He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man, left side, he's got it. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Cowboys. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. They'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Philadelphia.
At the 21-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Man in motion is Brown. Again, Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To the air again, Hurts. That is caught at the 3. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Dillon is in for a touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Eagles 10.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's caught by Tolbert, right side. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd and short. Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First down, Dallas.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Again, Prescott to the air. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
At the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Now Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is going to be called in. He's got it. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Ferguson on the tight end streak. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It is 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Donovan Wilson will bring him down.
27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. To throw is Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He'll step up and run. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he's got it. He'll move the chains. 1st down at the 47. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. So, a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That's complete. Tight end got it. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine things up, put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway.
Brendan
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
at their own
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll go with Williams. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Yeah, give an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On the play fake, Dak. The open man is Tolbert. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Cowboys.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 37-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
Quick shot caught by Tolbert on the slant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 32-yard line.
On the carry, it's Williams. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Prescott now. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking. Get yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Here is Shipley on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Looks like a design run. Hurts has it, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. To the right side here, pass is caught. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3. Big time play with Hurts and Brown. 42 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Like a soft white dog, get the dog blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we bring the sweat. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When the finette, everybody come out. When nobody run out, so then the sun out. I'm out, running his mouth.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Hurts. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. On is Elliott to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will go up by 7. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the 1st half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll get this ahead for about 3. John Campbell, 1st-round pick out of Bama, there for the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. To the left side, he's got Tolbert. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical.
Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They run over center with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. Williams gets it on the draw. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. Short throw, caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Dak. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down. Although it didn't appear that he got it by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on 3rd down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Throwing is Prescott. Here's a screen now for Sanders.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board.
Sanders. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Miles Sanders. Touchdown, Dallas. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late, point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Williams now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. With Barkley. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts to the air on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, it's Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for an Eagles first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to number 26, Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to take the lead here in the 4th.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll send a man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's complete. It's Sanders.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Prescott. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7. A pistol snap back to Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And and it gives the team a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this. Then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he's going to be out of bounds, gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the right here with Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Straight ahead, they go with Dillon. Whoa. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking a timeout. About 54 to go.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's Goddard in motion. 4th down, here's Hurts. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run this. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll drop to throw. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's first and 10. Prescott again. Right back to Ferguson, who's got another one. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Cowboys.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
He takes off. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage.
Eagles 27.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10. Here we go. One final play. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night.